Good afternoon, everybody. We're gonna get started shortly. I'll let a bunch of people pop in before I get started, but I have allowed you guys to unmute your mics today. So if you guys have questions, let me know. I've got Carly and Paige still in the office here, so we're doing a live office meeting today. And if you guys want to go on camera too, that's okay as well, if you so I don't feel like I'm talking to nobody. Ooh, Sanix coming in. You don't want any leads. How do I can hear you from outside the office? Oh, we got Marissa. I'm asking you to unmute. Do I have to ask people to unmute? I can't just unmute people.
I don't want any leads.
None. Okay.
I'm
Uh,
just here. I'm just here to eat pizza.
I actually not unmute people myself. Maybe that's why. That makes me feel better, actually. I did a full presentation last week, guys, and the presenter of me, I couldn't hear anything, and because I didn't allow him to unmute himself. Look at all these faces. Love it. I had
I
a
can't
feeling
say I'm a
Sam would
guru.
come on.
That's how I picked you. That's how it's up.
I will probably mute Santa since he's outside the office at some point, but for the energy, we'll keep you on.
So, see, so I had to turn around and look to who was talking.
Who is that? Who are you with? Oh, that's funny. All right, we'll let a few trickle in. We were wondering if this would be like the highest engaged webinar that we've done because everybody likes to hear about leads. So we're gonna see how this works out. I'll put me on. What does pin do? Okay, perfect. Oh, I even see Adam Homacher. Nice. We see him all the time, but I've never seen him in these. This is good. We like leads. New faces. I have a lot of iPhone people. Don't know who those are, so that's good. All right. Oh, you can't unmute yourself, eh? Let's see. I think I allowed it. Can you guys unmute yourselves or no? Marissa, does yours let you do it? Really? Interesting. Let's see. Continue. Allow participants to unmute themselves. Let's try that. Marissa, are you able to do it now? I just want to test it. Crap. What if I ask? I think I have to ask to unmute. Okay. If yeah, that's so funny. I took that like I think. Oh yeah, sorry. Um, okay. If you guys do want to speak, I think there's a button that says ask to unmute. I don't know. Put it in the chat or put your hand. I think there's a hand button or something here somewhere, or just put it in the chat. If you guys do want to come on mic, some of us are shy too. So if you guys just prefer to chat there, that's fine. But if you do want to speak, just put it in the chat there, say unmute me, and I will figure that out. So it's very strange. I don't know, technology. Perfect. Okay, so we've got almost 30 people. Give a couple more minutes.
Going to Heather's office in Compton.
Oh, I'm gonna mute Sanic. iPhone doesn't want to work with you, Sanic, so don't know who iPhone is, but it's okay. Steve, got it. Susan's also an iPhone. Good. Good, good, good. All right, guys, I'm going to reward all my people on time because we love to do that. And we're just going to kind of jump into it. And if anyone comes in afterwards, then they can watch the recording. Let's see. All right. So you guys can all see my screen, I hope. This was generated by ChatGPT. Thank you. So I wanted to come up with some sort of organized little presentation for you guys just to kind of brain dump what I have in mind for this leads program. So obviously all of you guys that have signed in are all people that are interested in like receiving some buyer and seller leads, which we've been doing for honestly quite a long time. We've had our leads program probably since 2016, probably. And it's been going well, but honestly, I think that we haven't been doing as good of a job as we could as a brokerage to make sure that enough agents are getting leads. We're not checking in to see if you guys are actually converting these leads. So I just want to do a better job at really figuring out how to do this. Plus, I want to make sure that more agents are getting an opportunity, especially in this terrible market. I just want to like make sure everyone just feels like they're having some sort of opportunities because I know how hard it is to get clients right now. So if there's anything that I can help out with, I'm hoping that it's something like this. Some agents have asked me about getting into, actually, wait, before I dive into this, I need to make sure this is recorded because I'm going to get that question. Um, one sec. I think it is recorded. Where's the top? Sorry, guys. I am tech stupid today. Oh, we are recording. Thank God. Okay. Back to it. Okay, sorry. So I wanted to just make sure that us as a brokerage is trying our best to make sure that you guys are receiving something or dabbling into other different avenues of it. Some agents have been asking me questions about investing in leads because when the market goes down, we start to think about how we can pay for leads. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about what leads are, what the programs look like. You may decide that you just want to participate in the brokerage, but maybe it encourages you guys to also go get your own leads programs too, that you guys want to pay into if you guys want to get more of your own. And maybe you guys just want to test it out to see what the leads are before you go investing that type of money. It can be quite expensive. I know some of our agents have been doing it. We did a session with Mo last year. He spent over $30,000 on leads, made $60,000. So there is some money to be made out there, but it is quite painful process, especially if you guys have worked with leads. I think on average, you're looking at around $200 to $500 a month for a leads program, plus another $500 to $600 plus for ad spend. So it can cost most agents around $1,000 a month to be running programs like this, and it does cost us probably about the same. So I'm not looking to take any big splits from you guys on these, but I am going to be like at some point looking into some sort of little buy-in just to make it have some skin in the game for it and have it a little bit more appealing for you guys. So I just want to be honest about like the cost of it. It's not an arm and a leg or anything, but it does cost the brokerage some money. And I mean, if we can help get some of these converted, it's going to help everybody make some money, you guys as agents as well as the brokerage. So this program does help. So I'm just going to dive in a little bit about how I imagine this. This is going to be a pilot program. If you're in the WhatsApp group right now, you know that I'm just throwing leads in there and it is literal Shark Tank style, but I think we're having a little bit of fun with it. But I think we do need to have some structure in it. I do want to take it away from that WhatsApp group because there is some agents, obviously, we've got 35 in here. There's about 300 agents in that chat. There's gonna be some agents that just don't want to see those messages pop up in their thing. And then an agent that did have a good question, it may get lost amongst all of these messages. So I want to make sure that agents' questions are getting answered in the WhatsApp chat, and then we just have a chat dedicated to it. But on average, guys, about each day, we're getting about 3 to 7 leads right now, whether they're through buyers, they're through sellers, they're through leases. So it's not like a ton of leases, or leads. But I mean, if we do notice that you guys are converting them, maybe we'll up the ad spend and then get some more leads from this. But that's typically what we're seeing right now. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna do Shark Tank style still, where I'm gonna be putting in the chat saying buyer lead, seller lead, lease lead, whatever it is. And I'm going to let you guys come in and do your me's or whatever it is that you guys are putting in there to claim the chat. What I will be doing a little bit differently because agents are losing by like a literal millisecond, I am going to maybe be a little bit more selective. So if there's about five, like the first 5 to 6, 7 agents that are responding me, I'm going to like go in that list of people and see who hasn't gotten a lead in a little while. We all know like there's a few people that are always number one, and I've been giving it to the top person in the chat. But because we're going to have a little bit of a different program, and I do plan on having some sort of small spend in it, I want to make sure that it is fair to everybody. So if you are fourth or fifth in the chat and I see you, you're still responding quickly. And that's what I am looking for, is someone that's available on the spot. So I will be giving out leads, but I will be more selective over them. So it's not always going to be the exact first person that got it. It could be the first person that got it if they haven't received a lead in a couple of days or something like that. But I will try to be a little bit more selective of the people that do respond. But it is going to go on a first come, first serve basis. And the reason I'm doing this, I don't want you guys responding to a lead saying that you're available if you're not going to respond to that lead within that time frame that you guys receive it. So if you guys are claiming a lead and then you're going to say, okay, yeah, I'm going to respond to it later at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. I know a lot of people have full-time jobs here. Don't claim a lead if you can't respond to it right away. So I know it's a quick decision that you guys want to just grab the lead, but I do want to be able to convert these. And I want you to only respond to claiming these leads if you can actually reach out to that lead within that time frame that I'm giving it to you. Because I have had some agents respond to me saying, receive the lead, I will contact them tomorrow. And I do not want that. That is the whole opposite of why we're doing the Shark Tank style. So that's why I like to give it to the people that are responding because I know they're on their phones and they're ready to actually respond quickly. So that's kind of how we're going to be doing it in terms of giving out the leads and having real-time accountability because I've learned from going to so many different conferences that you need to respond to a lead within 5 minutes for it to actually have a higher conversion rate because they're currently on the website when they send us that lead. And so while they're currently active, it makes more sense for someone to also be actively reaching out to them. So again, we're going to have a WhatsApp group. So if you guys aren't in it, we're going to be doing, it's in the community group. So you guys will see like it's like the C21 important. Is that what it's called, Carly? Let me look. Important things, important information.
It's invite only.
Oh, it's invite only?
That's how you have it set right now.
Okay. So right now we have it as invite only. Oh, in the leads group. Yes. So right now, if you guys are part of the C21 important info group, it's a separate chat than the big WhatsApp chat, but you'll see in there that there's different groups in that WhatsApp. One is a health and wellness. So we've got agents that are talking about health and wellness. We have a land development one, a pre-construction group, and then I have a secret one that's called leads, and I'll be inviting agents for that one. So you can't just join it. I'm going to be inviting whoever's part of this program into it, but we will have it. The reason we want that is because it's going to be immediate lead conversion. It's going to be private. I'm going to be running it with Carly as well. I'll be posting leads pretty much daily. And an agent, I will have a rule that you can only claim one lead per day. So if you've already claimed a lead that day, we want to give everybody an opportunity to be able to claim another lead. So if I'm giving out 4 or 5 leads that day, an agent, even if they responded fast for every single one of them, I'm not going to give it to that agent every time. So I do want to be cautious about everybody and make sure we all get a chance. We do have to share the first contact within 15 minutes, and I'm going to actually go through a follow-up plan that we want to do. Now, there is going to be some entries. So this is where some people may just back out. So this is an optional group, okay? So I am going to have some rules. If you guys do plan on joining it, and if you think that this is too much for you, no problem, that's fine. But this is what I want to try, and I want to do this stuff because I do believe it's going to lead into a higher conversion rate. So if you do want to participate, there's going to be some things that I'm going to require. So in order to receive buyer leads from us, you need to have a buyer's guide, PDF, something that you can email quickly or even mail out to someone. You need to have access to the buyer consultation, which is to something you're going to do when you guys do like a buyer presentation. And I want to see that you guys have your CRM set up and you know how to input people, you know how to tag them, and you know how to put them on a newsletter. That's it. And you guys have access to all of this. So I already have buyer's guides for you. I have the questionnaire. What you probably don't do is your CRM. So I will send you guys these. You can customize them. So you should already have this. The main one is the CRM platform. They will be filtered in our leads program as well through Agent Locator, by the way, is the program that we use for buyer leads. I use Lion Desk for sellers leads. And then lease leads typically come in from, I have a ton of listings that get them, but these ones typically come, if it's an agent's listing in the brokerage, that agent will always get the lead, by the way. So I'm never giving out any listing agent's leads out to another agent. So if I find that it's one of our brokerage leads, you will always get that yourself. The lease leads kind of just come all over the place, to be honest. So we will pass those out as well. If you want to get seller leads, these ones I'm going to be way more picky with. So these ones will probably go out to my more experienced agents, if I'm very honest, because sellers are a much harder client to convert. Let me go back to the buyer one for a sec, though. When someone clicks on a buyer lead from us, from those programs, typically what they're doing is they either found a lead, they either found our website that said, get a list of homes for under 700,000, or we have specific properties that are being marketed. So that's where a buyer lead's going. They typically have a specific property that they're going after, and then we get a lead saying this client's interested in these properties. So there's always going to be a property they're interested in. The seller leads are clicking on an ad that says, what's my house worth? And then we get their contact information. So if you want to work with the seller leads, you're going to have to be required to have a seller's guide. I also want to see, and I want to see these things as well. You're going to be emailing me them. I want to see your listing presentation. I want to know that you have a questionnaire, and I want you to have a and I want to see your CMA and your process as well. So if you are going to be working with sellers, I'm going to be a little bit more picky on what that presentation looks like, making sure that you actually have a seller system in place. And I want to see how you guys do your CMAs as well. So a little bit more picky. That's why a lot more of my experienced agents will probably hop on that one. Like I said, I do want you to have a CRM system. It doesn't have to be Hub 21, but you do need to have one, whether it's Follow Up Boss, it can be literally anything, somewhere where you're actually collecting these leads, putting them into your database, tagging them. And then I want to have some sort of campaign in the background, whether it's just your monthly newsletter, doesn't matter what it is. It could be manual emails, whatever it is. I just need to see that you guys have some sort of plan of what to do with these leads when they're not actually ready to buy and sell. So we have to have some sort of follow-up system that I want you guys to be following. And again, I will be reviewing them. So when you sign up for the program, I'm going to get you to email me all of these things. For those sellers, I may even get you to do a listing presentation for us so that I can see what it looks like to make sure that you guys know what you're doing when you're going in. Because honestly, guys, the last thing I want to be doing with the leads is for you guys to get a lead and then I have to train you guys on what to do at a listing presentation. So we should already hopefully a lot of us are experienced agents. So you guys should already have some sort of process of how you work with clients, or at least have something in place. And I have all these steps for you. If you guys have ever taken my systems course, you will already have a lot of these in play. Forget what I was going to say. Okay, I do have talks, sorry. Okay, so for the lead conversion, I'm going to have some sort of, this isn't exact what we're going to do, but I will have some sort of guideline for you guys as well on what you should be saying in these follow-ups and stuff. So I'm going to be a little bit more, I'm going to give you guys the email or the text or whatever that you guys can send just to make it a little bit easier for yourself. But just so you guys know, when you guys receive a lead, I'm also going to be having an automated lead follow-up system for them. I even get notifications if a lead comes back to the site, if they liked another property, and it will always send me stuff. So if that's your lead, I will always give it back to you. But I want you guys to have your own follow-up systems in place as well, just so that they're getting hit even extra as well, because I'm not going to be paying attention to it as much, but you guys will. So in terms of the lead, what I'm expecting, step one, I want immediate responses. So like I said, when you claim a lead, typically I want you to acknowledge it within 15 minutes, and then I want you to reach out. It says within an hour. I want you guys to reach out as soon as I give you that lead. Right away, you're going to either call them, text them, email them. If they don't respond, because I'm going to tell you guys, we talked about this at the Monday meeting, leads are shit. So I don't want anyone thinking that these are like buyers and sellers on a platter that are ready to go. I'm sorry, Claire, if you're watching this, he's hating my swearing this week. But if you get a lead, I want you to know that I know that these are not people that are ready to buy or ready to sell. These are leads. We talked about the difference between a lead and a prospect, where a prospect is someone that reaches out to you and is ready to go. A lead is typically just someone that went to an ad, put their name, their phone number, and their email address. They may be fake, they may be wrong. That's just kind of like the game of leads. So it's not like these are going to be fresh, ready to book a showing type people. Some agents have gotten lucky, but I want you guys to go in just with the expectation that these are going to be very hard to convert. So from day 1 to 3, what I'm expecting is at least a phone call, a text message, and an email. A lot of the time, these people are not going to respond to you because they don't want to deal with agents. So I'd still expect you guys to kind of put in that effort. If they haven't responded, maybe send them your buyer's guide, send them your seller's guide. And then our whole goal is obviously to qualify them and book a consultation with them, whether it's a buy or sell. If they haven't responded in those first 3 days, Then hopefully you can do like a day 4 to 10. We'll do like a market, send them a market update on what's going on, or book a showing. So that's obviously the goal, is to hopefully get them in a house, like especially for the buyers, because they're actually liking properties and submitting. So when you get it, you're gonna say, hey, I saw that you liked that property. Do you want to book a viewing? Great. Hopefully you can do a consultation before that showing, because these are strangers. I don't want anyone out there getting Kijiji murdered or anything like that. So we do have to have some safety in place as well. This is just a sample 6-month follow-up. So once you go through 10 days, I'm not expecting you guys to chase these people, because these are just a bunch of people. But for at least like a week or so, let's do some quick follow-ups once a day. I think that's fairly manageable. And then just put them on your 6-month like email campaign. So this is gonna be an automated. So we can take it really far and do like this as your 6-month follow-up emails, where like month or week 2, you're sending them a text. Week 3, maybe you're sending them a video. Month 2, reminding them that you're here, sending them market updates, all that. Or you can just set them up on like a monthly market stats newsletter. I don't really care what the newsletter is, but you should have them set up on some sort of drip campaign from you as well, just like you guys are doing with your regular clients as well. Hopefully, we're all running CRMs. So obviously the benchmarks are going to be get a consultation booked, get the client signed, get them out doing showings with you, and then hopefully convert them. You could see 180 days. I would say like this might be a year-long process. So if you get a lead, it could take you actually 12 months to actually convert this lead. So come in with this with the mindset that these are going to be long-term follow-ups, long-term engagement, not someone that's going to be ready to go right away. So I just want you guys to not hate me when these people are not ready. And I guess that brings me into the realities of working with these leads. So the reality, number one, most leads are not ready now. So only 3 to 10% are actually going to be ready. 90% is going to be part of your long-term follow-up. So you just have to come up with some sort of system that works for you on how you're going to follow up with them. Reality 2 is the agents that have systems in place are going to be the ones that do the best. So if you have a follow-up system, whether you guys are reminding yourself to follow up with the lead, putting it in your calendar saying follow up in 6 months, and like doing your outreach like that, or having the CRMs to remind you to follow up with people, that's going to be key to your success, because a lot of people will get a lead and then they forget. I'm going to turn Sanix's video off. He's distracting me. Then they're just going to do, so we're going to have some follow-ups with that. Obviously, speed wins. So that's why we're going to be doing the Shark Tank style. I used to pick agents for leads, and then they would respond to me 2 days later saying, thank you, received. I need to know that you guys got it. So I'm going to send you the lead, and I need you to respond to not only the lead, but I also need you to respond to me. So I want you guys to say received, so that I at least know that you got it. If you guys do delay that response, you will lose that business. If you don't tell me that you got the lead, I may actually even give it to another agent. So it's going to be really important for me to know that you received it. I also do want to have some sort of follow-up program. So I might actually get us some sort of Google Sheets where you all have your own tab, and then you're going to track your leads on there so that we can just track them what's going on. I don't want to micromanage this too much, but I do want to have some sort of accountability program in play so that we can kind of figure out what we're doing well. Typically, these leads need at least 6 to 12 touch points. So whether you're doing manual reach outs or you just have them on your newsletters. So you just need consistency of them seeing your name pop up, because these are complete strangers, right? They don't know who you are. So if the more they see your name pop up in their email box, their phone, their text, whatever it is, the more they're going to realize who you are. And hopefully that's going to help you convert it as well. Again, you're going to be advisor, lead with value. These people don't know who you are, so you're not going to be asking about their family. These are typically people that you're going to mostly talk about what's going on in the real estate market. That's what type of trust that you're going to get from these people. So because they are complete strangers, it is going to require a lot more value added type of content. And you must have a long-term mindset. Okay, so the way that I want to do this, so for this next week, what I want you guys to do first, step 1, I want you to actually email me and let me know if you're interested. So just going through all the information that I stated, some of you may be like, no, thank you. I don't want to be part of it. So just email me, Caitlin.Fulton. Let me see if I'll put it here. Most of you guys know my email. Caitlin.Fulton. I'll send an email to everyone, but send me an email. Just say, hey, I'm interested in joining the program. I'll put you on a list. That's step one. Step two, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going over our systems right now. I'm going to come up with some templates for you guys, get everything ready to send to you guys, and I'm going to send to you. So that's going to be application. Week one is just going to be you system reviews and you guys applying to be part of the program. Then in week two, what I'm going to do is we're going to have another meeting where we're going to go over the orientation of how it's going to work, I'm going to show you guys even the back end of what the leads looks like so you can see like how I receive them, what the ads look like and all of that. So we'll do a full orientation so I can actually introduce you guys to the program. We can even do a nice mastermind if you want, come up with some ideas of how this is going to work. And then in week three, the leads are going to begin to drop. So for the next couple of weeks, I will still be putting the leads into the WhatsApp group, the main one, but eventually we're going to shift them over to the private group for everyone that's going to be part of the program, and you guys will be the only ones that are receiving leads. This is going to be the pilot program. So right now it's free. Okay, so you guys get to test it out before we do any kind of monetary investment. So again, in order to join it, you have to have your buyer and seller systems in place, or at least review the systems that we've given you guys as a brokerage. I'll send them out to you guys. Whoever signs up, I will send you a buyer's guide, a seller's guide for you guys to edit. And we'll give you guys the step-by-step process of what to do when you get a buyer, what to do when you get a seller. You're going to have to show me your CRM, what program you're using and how you're inputting people and what campaigns that you've got them set up for. If you've never used a CRM, please go learn it. We do have lots of videos and lots of training from the past that you guys can go back on the YouTube channel and watch. Hub 21 you have for free, or you may use another program. Again, we'll have some response standards as well. And then I'm going to have a shared lead tracker so that all of you guys can visualize what we're all up to. So again, this program's in pilot mode. Eventually, we're going to do just a tiny little fee. It's going to be 25 bucks a month. That's just going to basically cover the ad spend that we're doing, the admin support, and just program maintenance. I'm not even going to take a 50-50 split. We're not going to be doing any of that type of stuff. So if you guys convert a lead, you guys get to keep majority of it, and then you just have your regular brokerage split with us. But otherwise, it's just going to be a $25 fee. We'll do like a month pilot. If you're like, hey, these leads suck when you're doing the free trial and you want to get out, no problem. So at least I'm going to give you guys a test round before you guys do it. Some of you guys may be like, wow, this is great. And then you may go off and purchase your own program. Again, we use Agent Locator. We all have access to it. Lion's Desk. There's tons of lead programs out there, but this is the one that we're going to do. So again, if you're ready, just email me now and I'll put you on my list and then I'll send out a follow-up email to get you guys going. Does anybody have questions? Arslan. Most of the leads are from Scarborough. Yeah, so Arslan, I do only cover Scarborough because I have to pay. We pay for a location. So Scarborough was the one that we picked because it was kind of centralized to my Toronto agents, my West Toronto, my East Toronto, my Markham people. Scarborough was the most central for the brokerage wide, including all the agents. So I don't get a whole ton of West End leads. I don't get a ton of Durham because I am paying for Scarborough. So that's why you guys get a lot of Scarborough. So if that does bother you, I wouldn't be part of the program. Or I would go invest in some leads if you guys want to pay for that as well. So that's why you guys see a lot of those Scarborough leads because you do have to pay for like a specific area. Otherwise the cost goes up. So if you guys do convert a lot of leads, maybe I do expand the area, but for now we keep it Scarborough. When you set up the ads, it's better to set up the area you want to tackle. Oh, I think Santa was answering that. Yes, Santa already kind of answered that. Yeah. So that's why we do that. The seller leads are also mostly Toronto, actually. They're kind of all over. But what I might do, like Arslan, I know you live out west. What I may do is if I do get a lead that is in an agent specific area, like I only have a few agents in Brampton, for example. I've got a few in Peterborough. So if there's a lead that's catered to where I know an agent lives, I may actually be a little picky and submit it over to that agent that I know like lives out in that spot. But I will, for the most part, be putting it out to the Shark Tank style. Sometimes they put a fake number and a correct email. That is correct. Sometimes you get a fake number and a fake email. So these are just leads. I don't know why people put in these fake information. They're the ones submitting their information. So that's kind of like why leads are funny, because they'll submit their information, then someone reaches out and they'll be like, why are you calling me? You're like, I don't know, like you gave me your contact information. So you're just reaching out. But yes, there is going to be some times, guys, when you're going to get some fake emails, numbers, or somebody that has no idea who the heck you are, even though they gave you that info. So that's going to be true. If we're not experienced, yes, I'd say my least experienced agents, the buyer leads, no problem. Lease leads, no problem. It's more the seller leads, because it requires you guys to actually go to a house, do a home evaluation, fight for your commission. It's just a harder client to convert. So I actually think the buyer leads are actually better than the seller leads for the most part, because there's an actual property that they're interested in. So it's just an easier conversion rate, I think, for the buyers. Leases honestly have the highest conversion rate. I know we don't love leases, but we've closed more lease leads than probably buyer leads. I know there's gonna be another question. Send me all your questions. I knew the location one would be one of them. I think that was about it. Anyone else? Okay, we're all crickets. Well, I'm excited for this program, guys. I wanted to make this one quick. So again, I am getting lots of emails right now. So if you guys are interested, send me a quick email. What we might even do for fun, when you guys do sign up, I might have an in-office session. I have like over 5,000 leads that I need to recycle that have been distributed. And we've done this before, where you guys will come in. I'll give you like 50 leads to call. So I think we should start the program off with that. Let's just like come in. I'll give you guys a whole whack of leads, or I can probably email you guys too. I want you guys to call them, email them. So if you guys want to practice with some leads, see if there's some there. So maybe once a month, even we can recycle leads. We can do a monthly meeting where we talk about any strategies that are working. So I do want to have some fun with this program. It's probably gonna be a small group of you guys, but I think it'll be a lot of fun. And then I'm sure agents have like things like tactics that work better than what I've thought. So I think it'll be really good to have like a really nice little mastermind group. You may learn that online leads suck and you don't want to do these ever again. And it might encourage you guys to go reach out to your databases more, but at least this is something to add on to all the activities that you guys are already doing. I don't want this to become 80-90% of your time. I don't want you to rely on these to pay your bills and feed your children. I want these to just be like one-offs to just kind of supplement what you guys are already doing. So let's not rely this entire source of your business. Okay, perfect. Okay, if you guys have any questions, feel free to email me. I'm going to check my email now, tack down who's going to join us, and then probably by tomorrow, I'm going to send you guys all a mass email, and then we'll come up with those next steps of what's going to happen. So again, this is a pilot program, so we're kind of playing around with it. So we're going to tweak it as we go, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and hopefully we all make some money. So I'll chat with you guys soon. And if you want to rewatch this, I'm going to add it onto YouTube as well. So we will catch up with you guys soon.